Nate from Echo City Music Lab. Today I'm doing a video for the classic Wild World by Cat Stevens. This one was a request and I loved this song growing up and I'd kind of forgotten about it, so I had a really awesome time revisiting it and learning to play it so I could show you. I'll show you how to do a piano arrangement if you want to accompany yourself while you sing. I want to point out there is piano on the Cat Stevens recording, but it's playing kind of a secondary decorative flourishy role with the acoustic guitar really forming the core of the song. So we're not going to learn that fancy piano part note for note. We're going to learn a version where the piano plays that core role. We're still going to be working some of those cool piano moments into our version though. Anyway, enough talk. Let's get into it. Okay, so let's start off with the verse, and I recommend getting the chords and lyric sheet. I put a link down in the description. That way you can follow along and see where the chords line up with the words you sing. We're going to think about this in kind of a fast 4/4 time, so each one of those measures gets 4 counts. So right hand first, starting with the A minor, that's going to be A, C, and E for the first measure. Then we're going to move to a D7, so we're going to move down to this. It's going to be a D, an F sharp, an A, and a C. Now I'm using my first, second, third, and fifth finger here. If that's too much of a stretch for you, you could totally just do a D major chord and not do the seventh, the C on top. After that, we're just going to move up to a G major chord, nice and simple, just G, B, D. After that, we're going to move to a C chord. We're doing an inversion on a C here, so rather than going all the way down like that, we're going to do a E, a G, and a C here with our second finger on the G. And that flows really nicely to the F major chord. Our pinky can stay on C, and we're just going to move these fingers up, and it's going to be F, A, C. Let's just go back over that real quick. So we've got A minor, 2, 3, 4, D7, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, 4. Now, we've got a D minor. We can just hop the hand, same exact shape, all white keys. D, F, and A. And then we've got an E major. That's going to be E, G sharp. Well, it probably says A flat. Same thing, 2 names for the same note. And a B. It says E sus4 here on the chord chart. We'll get to that in a minute. After this, it goes around a second time, but then it ends a little differently. So G, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, 4, D minor, 2, 3, 4, but this time it just goes to E for 3 counts. 1, 2, 3, and then on the 4th count of that measure, we go to a G chord. And there's 2 measures of that G, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're in the chorus. Let's add the left hand. We're just going to do single bass notes with the left hand, so just playing the notes that the chords are named after. For the A minor, we can just use our thumb here on the A in the left hand. Then we're going to go to the D7. I'm going to use my 4th finger there. For the G, you can use your thumb there. So we're spread a little bit more than 5 notes, so we have to kind of spread our fingers a little bit for when we go down to the C now. You can use your pinky there, then up to the F, down to the D here, 4th finger, and then you can step up to your 3rd finger here. And that's everything you need to know to be able to play and sing this verse. Now that I've lost everything to you, you say you want to start something new. But I'm going to add a couple other layers of rhythm. In the right hand, I'm going to play a half note rhythm, so 2 counts per chord. So if we're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, the right hand's going to be going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 hits per measure. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Baby, I'm grieving. So let's talk about that for the baby I'm grieving part. On the chord chart, it says E sus4, which is like an E chord, but instead of the middle note, the A flat, we're gonna do an A, that's the 4th, and then up back to a regular E. And that just coincides with grieving, just kind of follows the melody and the rhythm of the vocals there. And rather than doing the full sus4 chord and then the full chord, I'm just gonna go, baby, I'm grieving. So I'm gonna keep the root, the E, and just kind of go, da, da. So you can just kind of feel that out. It's just like a little bit of extra color there that kind of goes along with the singing. And the one other thing for the verse before I play it all through is the little walk down in the left-hand bass notes. So that's the, but a lot of nice things turn bad out there. Ooh, so that's getting into the chorus. So we talked about how it switches to the G on count 4, but now that we're doing that half note rhythm, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're hitting 3 times in that measure. 1, 2, 3, switch to G, 4, 1, 2. Now starting on beat 3 of that measure, of the first full measure of G, the left hand's just going to step down in half notes. So just all the white keys from F, E, D, and then when you land on C, that's the start of the chorus. But then a lot of nice things turn bad out there. Pretty fun to play. It sounds really cool. Now that I've lost everything to you, you say you want to start something new, and it's breaking my heart you're leaving. Baby, I'm grieving, but if you want to leave, take good care. Hope you have a lot of nice things to wear, but then a lot of nice things turn bad out there. Ooh, baby. So yeah, we're in the chorus now. Let's do it. And you'll see on the chord chart there's some asterisks I put at certain moments. That's where there's some fancy little details like the ba-da-da-da-da-da-da, or that riff, the ba-ba-ba-da-da-da-da. I'm going to show you those, but I'm going to show you all together at the end. Right now, we'll just focus on the core chords and rhythm. So if you're a little bit more beginner, you don't have to worry about those details. Your cover will still sound legit without them. So there's no new chords in this section that didn't already happen in the verses. The one difference is the first C of the chord progression. Rather than doing this inversion, we're going to take this E up here. We're going to do it like that. And just notice that top note is the one you sing, ooh. And so we've got our thumb on G, third finger on C, pinky on E. So it's going to be, once again, 4 counts per chord. C, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4. Notice that flows really nice. Our thumb can just stay on G. Ooh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. So actually there's 2 measures of F, and then up to G, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, 4. Now for this C, we're going to do it the way we did it in the verse. Pinky stays where it is. Smile, 2, 3, 4. Stay on C another measure. Quick note here, for this C chord, the last one in this line that has the asterisk, I realized that if you're not doing the version with the ba-ba-da-da-da-da-da, you're just holding the chords, this will actually sound better with a G than a C, just going back to G. So if you're wondering, there will be a discrepancy between this video and what's on the printed chord chart. Just didn't want there to be any confusion. And then we're gonna go back up to this C as it repeats around the second time. Wild world. So this time it's just like the first, except for always remember you like a child girl. Now notice we get this D minor and E crammed into one measure, so it's just 2 counts of each. So it happens pretty quick at this speed. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're in the next verse. Now for the left hand, let's make this chorus a little bit more powerful. I'm going to do octaves here. So start like this. So C with my thumb and a lower C with my pinky. And if that is too much of a stretch for you, no worries. You can totally just adapt this to do single bass notes. But I'm going to be doing the octaves. I think it sounds really cool. So like that, we'll start with this C up here, just an octave lower than where your right hand is. So the C will be the highest octave, then we're going to go down to the G, down to the F, then up to G. It's hard to get by F, just upon a smile. So back up to C here, and then we just repeat it around. Now this is where on the recording the drums kick in. It's got a nice sort of bouncy energy to it. I'm going to do a rhythm where my left hand with the octaves goes on beat 1 and 2, and then the right hand hits on beat 3 and then holds for 4, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Left, left, right. Left, left, right. Left, left, right. You can just try that on just the first chord for a minute to get the hang of the rhythm. Left, left, right. Left, left, right. And again, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. baby, baby, it's a wild world. It's hard to get by just upon a smile. Oh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. I'll always remember you like a child girl. For the D minor and E that happen kind of quickly at the end, I'm actually going to stop doing the octaves and go back to the single bass notes. So the last thing right there is, I'll always remember you like a child girl. And then just single bass notes there. That'll help you transition back to the verses. Okay, so after that first verse and chorus, we've got another verse, another chorus, and then we've got the bridge. And the bridge is actually the same as the intro, which we skipped over. So let's do that now. And the general chord progression here is just like the verses. The left hand's going to do the same things, from A to D to G to C to F to D to E. I know the rest of the chords look a little intense with the D9, the C9. This is actually easier to play. I'll show you what I mean. We're going to take our right hand up an octave, and we're going to start with that A minor, just like you did before. It's just your right hand is higher now. Now, for the D9, you're going to go to this D bass note and play that same A minor again. So this is kind of just sketching out a D9 chord, but you just keep your hand in the same place. Now we're going to see a similar pattern here. We're going to go to a G chord, so do the G just as you did before, but when you go to the C bass note, you keep it in place. And that's a C9 chord. Then we're on to the F chord, just like you did before. And then for the D minor 7, we're going to go to this D bass note, and the right hand's going to stay the same. And then for the E, and then the E sus4, we're going to do that just like we've been doing. And this is where the vocals are going. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Baby, I love you. And if you like, you can do that more active rhythm that sounds like. It's just following the la la la's, really. To think about counting the rhythm technically, we got to think about eighth notes. So we've been counting 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we got to think about the space in between. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and the rhythm's like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. But honestly, I think you can be pretty loose with it and just kind of follow the la la la's, like I said, and it'll sound cool. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Baby, I love you. After that bridge, there's one more sort of half a verse. It's just like the other verses. The vocals are just doing something a little more intense there. And then we've got the final chorus, which is a double chorus. So just the first pass through the whole chorus ends with that D minor E thing. And then that second time around, it doesn't do that. It just ends on C. Always remember you like a child girl. And just kind of rings out like that. Okay, so let's talk about some of those fun, fancy details that are going on in the chorus particularly. The first is that ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. So that happens right after you sing the Wild World. Ooh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. So I'm just stepping down from C, just all the way keys, then crossing my third finger over for the E, D, C. This is one reason why you practice scales. All I'm doing here is just stepping down a C major scale. So there is all the scale drills that I've done coming in handy. And we're just thinking eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that just happens in the second measure of F. Ooh, baby, baby, it's a 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2. You just kind of keep on cruising right into the G. The other one is that ba-ba-da-da-da-da-da that happens at the end of that line. So we've got G. It's hard to get by just upon a smile. rhythmically, really the same thing is happening. We've got 2 measures of C there, and on the second one, we're doing something on every single eighth note. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and it's just G, G, A, C, 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 A, G. I'm doing it with both hands, so just kind of in a 5-finger scale with G being the lowest note on each. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and it's hard to get by just upon a smile. Oh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. And one reason why I wanted to stress that these are optional is not because they're particularly hard to learn, but based on the speed of the song, you got to play them really fast, and it would be easy to kind of learn them, but have them hold you back when you get there. Like you have to kind of slow down for them, and it breaks the rhythm of the song. So I would recommend really drilling them if you're going to do them, just let your hands get used to them to bring them up to speed. Because if you have a choice between not doing them and keeping a steady speed or throwing them in there but getting a little bit derailed and slowing down for them, I don't think it's quite worth it. Anyway, a couple other details we can talk about. For that D minor to the E, I'm going to do this. Once again, just eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and in the left hand, instead of just doing the bass notes, I'm going to do fifths. So if we're looking at the chords you've been doing in the right hand all along here, it's just the outside notes, so the D and A and the E and B. And then in the right hand for each of these chords, I'm just going to do the bottom 2 notes. So just D and F and then E and A flat. And I'm just going to go bottom to top. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and rather than do that, I'm just going to kind of add each note, so I end up holding them all out. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so that happens at the end of every chorus and in the middle of the double chorus at the end. One more kind of fun detail. So for the second and third choruses, it doesn't happen in the first chorus. The second pass right before you say I'll always remember you like a child, there's kind of this pause. It happens right after the fast descending run. I'll show you what I mean. Baby, baby, it's a wild world. I'll always remember you like a child. Basically what's happening there is you're resting for the first half of the measure of G and then coming in, slamming down on the chord on beat 3. So it's like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and then you just kind of keep the rhythm going from there. If you wanted to think about just hanging that rhythm on the vocals, it happens on always. I'll always remember you. Oh, one other detail you can throw in at the end of the verses when we do that left hand walk down. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can do a little bit more of a fancy rhythm just on eighth notes in the right hand. Just remember there's a lot of bad and beware. There's even a moment on the recording where I think the right hand actually steps down all those chords like that, like. That's a cool detail. I don't think I'm going to throw that in my cover, but you can if you like it. Okay, that is all the parts. I'm going to do a full run through now so you can see how everything we just learned fits together into a complete cover. If you like this video, please subscribe, turn on the notifications so you know each time I release a video like it. Give it a like and leave a comment letting me know what you want to hear next. Again, this one was a request. So here's my version of Wild World. La 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 la. La 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 la. Now that I've lost everything to you, you say you wanna start something new, and it's breaking my heart you're leaving. Baby, I'm grieving, but if you wanna leave, take good care. Have a lot of nice things to wear, but then a lot of nice things turn bad out there. Oh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. It's hard to get by just upon a smile. always remember you like a child girl. You know I've seen a lot of what the world can do, and it's breaking my heart in two. But I never want to see you sad, girl. Don't be a bad girl. But if you want to leave, take good care. Hope you make a lot of nice friends out there. But just remember there's a lot of bad and beware. Ooh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. It's hard to get by just upon a smile. Ooh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. I'll always remember you like a child girl. La 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 la. Baby, I love you, but if you wanna leave, take good care. Hope you make a lot of nice friends out there. But just remember there's a lot of bad and beware. Ooh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. It's hard to get by just upon a smile. Ooh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. And I'll always remember you like a child girl. Ooh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. It's hard to get by just upon a smile. Ooh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. I'll always remember you like a child girl.